ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another replay cast. Today we're looking at the game in the STB-1. I know I need to refresh the Is It Worth the Grind video for this, but I think I'll do it after they actually do some changes to this line. I mean, the tank hasn't really changed in my opinion of it. It hasn't much changed either. The accuracy nerf is a bit of a pain in the ass, but whatever. Whenever they make this in HD, I will redo the Is It Worth video, but for now, let's just go ham. And Northwest, first thing you really do is get to A1. Looking at the enemy team, they have two mediums, the FV4202 and the 62A. 62A obviously a pain in the ass for pretty much anything if you let him go hull down, especially when there's no arty. But if I manage to get to the corner before him and go above him, then he shouldn't be that much of an issue, at least as long as he doesn't play it properly. A bit lonely at the moment, but I'm sure the guys behind me will catch up. And even if I met the 62A here one-on-one, I wouldn't really have that much trouble dealing with him. The 390 average damage with the really good reload usually is really good for outplaying other mediums, Russian or not. Obviously the gun is a bit troll, and it always has been, but you still can do quite a nice damage against tanks like the 62A. Especially when you're point blank range like this. So first shot goes into the Centurion. Now that is a problem. That thing there will be slow this game down 3 times at least. There's nothing we can do to get rid of him there. I will shoot blind there. I'm not really sure what the fuck is that replay bug where my camera just shifts away when I'm aiming at someone. It's weird. It could be the push to auto shoot thingy, and whenever I'm pushing my mouse button in the game, the aim just slides away for some reason. Doesn't make much sense, but that's the best I could come up with. So now we're pretty much locked down. There's nothing we can do here. Absolutely nothing. If I peek, I get tracked by the 62A and wrecked by the Waffle. I get wrecked by the Waffle even if I don't get tracked by the 62A. It seems a bit too greedy there, I guess. Because I'm obviously proxy spotted, the Waffle is sitting there, and our entire team is sitting back and doing absolutely fucking nothing, which is kind of sad. Because the simple truth is, if I'm here and blocking them from coming up and keeping this side, then our team can easily just relocate and flank them without any problem whatsoever. And if I leave here and we try to relocate, then the Panther 2 is gonna die and we won't have anything to flank anymore because these fuckers are gonna be all on the hill and annoying as shit, plus the Waffle at the back as well. Quite a boring part of the game, nothing really I can do here, and as long as my team doesn't move out, there's nothing really anybody can do. And nothing the enemy wants to do. In theory, now if they pushed up, they could kill us both. In theory, in practicality, probably not. But usually, you'd see players push at the enemies on these kind of formations. These guys didn't. At least the Eastern E5 found his pants, so he's going forwards. That is really good. And the other part of our team is failing really hard now. To be expected though, the enemy team seemed a bit better. Plus, if I'm locked down here doing nothing, then it was quite likely that we are going to lose the other flank. The Eastern E5 though, 0 fucks given. Like exactly what I was saying, he could easily flank. I didn't read it this way because this way he probably loses a lot of health. But still, it's way better than sitting and doing absolutely nothing, which is exactly what the rest of our team was doing. Trying to get this shot here using auto aim if I need to, and managed to pick up the kill of the T69 before he does too much damage to the Eastern E5. Now looking for this kill. It seems that the Waffle isn't shooting me, so I should be safe here for now. And now the T62A. Eastern E5 didn't really play this the smartest way possible, but even as a blunt instrument he still was quite effective. And that's the thing, exactly the thing we needed here. We needed somebody to take a hit, to take one for the team, even though he could have done it way better, the Eastern E5, but still was super effective, and we are finally not stuck in the corner anymore, and we can try to go back and maybe win this game. So yeah, well played to the Eastern E5. He took the risk of going forwards, took the risk of getting shot by the Waffle, but the Waffle seems to be gone somewhere, I don't know where. But yeah, well played to the Eastern E5. He really played that flank well. And now we can go back, and the Eastern E5 is actually joining us, which is also quite surprising. So haven't had the greatest game so far. Was locked out by the Waffle E100 and the fact that our team was really campy. That Leopard 1 could have easily done what the E75 did like 2 years ago. I couldn't really leave my position because then I would have gifted the hill to the 62A and he would have murdered pretty much all of us. And now getting some free shots in the Waffle, he obviously doesn't see me, so it should be an easy damage here to pick up. A lucky shot in his tracks, and then the last one is obviously gonna be aimed in between the turret and the hull as the biggest chunk of his tank is there, and pick up that kill. We'll try to shoot his Prius again, which is quite surprising that I hit that many shots in a row from that distance. This guy doesn't really do that all that often. So our situation now doesn't look much brighter. It's 4 against 9 at the moment, so even more than 2 versus 1, tank for tank. I still have quite a bit of health, so at least I have that going for me, which is nice. But other than that, we are losing this quite badly at the moment. Well, nobody has gone into the cap circle yet, so they should be there any second now, though. If they actually bother to go to this part of the map, they should be here, like right now, and I should be able to see somebody to shoot at. And that's why I slowed down here, and we do see the Waffle. That's actually quite annoying for me, because he's gonna lock off the possibilities to peek over the cap circle. Somebody is in there, and while the Waffle is sitting behind a house like that, I'm actually going to take my chances and deal with the guy that is in the cap. It is a Tiger 2 and not a lot of health. I do manage to bounce my shot somehow, but we'll just try that again. The Waffle could easily peek out and shoot me, but I'll count on him not doing that. Auto-aiming here to reduce the server lag so we can put our shots in quicker. And the E35 takes the hit from the Waffle, doesn't do any damage to him. This E35, look at his health, he's 300 health now. We'll talk later. So I do pick up the kill on the Tiger 2, still a Waffle there. I'm going to turn around and fuck off for a bit. I don't really want to fight that Waffenträger Panzer 4 at all. That guy obviously has the superior position, and there's nothing really I can do against him. Now the E4 is also a problem because big gun hurts a lot, and his position is reasonably good. Plus he might have the FV sniping from behind as well, so we don't really want to sit here at all. And yeah, we're gonna fuck off. That E4's position is too good for now, so we're just gonna go back and try to maybe finish off the Waffle. We'll see how that works out. He is actually relocating for some reason, the Waffle. And here comes the E100s. This is a bit of a problem. I still think I'm gonna pick up the kill on the Waffle here before the E100s can get a shot on me. And now, horrible wave of shooting from my part is gonna begin, so brace yourselves. If you're sensitive in bad place, then you probably shouldn't watch this. So the E100s are climbing up. He does find a gun depression in the end, so I need to just try to dodge him. He does bounce his first shot. Respect for using AP here for the E100s, even though I'm pretty much like the last guy left alive. And shot was a bit unfortunate. Hit upper plate instead of lower plate. E5 takes another hit, doesn't get killed. Another really bad shot. If I held that, I could have tracked this other E100 and instead of bouncing off, could have actually done something. Now I track the E100 in not the greatest position ever. E5 takes another hit, which is ridiculously good, and I'm just trying to not give them the easiest targets I can. We have an STB-1 behind us, and the Waffenträger E100 is reloading, so I need to help him with that at one point. Tank another E100 shot, gonna try to put in some damage here, and I bounce off the flat upper lower plate. And now I need to help the Waffle out with this STB-1. A bit unlucky with this shot. I mean, I'm lucky to hit it, but I might as well actually missed because it didn't do any fucking damage anyway, so it didn't matter. We'll pick up this kill, take the damage, whatever. I don't have time to deal with this shit any other way. Now the Waffle is dealing some damage to the E100s. He's likely to die though, because 2 E100s staring at him this way is not gonna end well for him at all. All this time we're being capped as well by what most likely is T95. Pick up this kill. I am going to go and hide behind a friend of this E100, or the dead E100. And now I just need to get a reset. I shouldn't be greedy, I should have just gone for the track with this shot, but I didn't. Now loading HE, barely fast enough to switch the ammo here. And I'm going to go for his track. I'm just gonna stare here and shoot. And pretty much as good as it gets. You couldn't get a better reset off here at all. Now the E75 takes 2 hits that don't kill him, so I'm gonna actually go for it. And even though the idea of going for it was good, the execution was extremely poor with this YOLO run. So first of all, I should have fucking aimed here. Should have stopped to shoot him in the lower plate, because I only needed 2 shots to kill him. And not shooting him there properly cost me quite a lot. Well, no, it didn't really cost me a lot because we got really lucky. This is so lucky on so many levels. Eastern E5, my buddy, friend from before, takes up the kill, saves my ass, and the T95 finally finishes him off. And now there's not really much a T95 can do to this. Just going behind him. There still is an FE4202 with a lot of health on him. And at this point you might be thinking like, why would you show a game where you lose? You never do that. And just wait and see. So I do take the shot from the 4202. I'm a one-shot now for pretty much anything that wants to sneeze on me. FE is going for it. There's not really much I can do. I can hope to get lucky and bounce one shot, and I did. And this is pretty much the only way I could have won this game. The T95 high rolls his own Prius, and yeah, gives me the free win. And this is why you probably should never give up in Wall of Tanks. Like, no matter how shitty the situation looks, there can always be that one guy that just decides to murder his own teammate. Even if he didn't roll high on the Prius, I would have still reloaded first. This just made it easier to kill the T95 but yeah, thanks a lot T95. So here's the end plate. Ace Tanker, 1999 experience earned, Top Gun, Defender, High Caliber, and what the fuck is the last token? I don't even remember. 6,645 damage done, 1,148 assisted. I hit one blind shot probably on the waffle, and the funny thing, I would have actually lost money if I didn't have premium account. It obviously comes down to the waves of misses that I had in this game, and so many bounces of the T95 and the E100s as well. But that's just the thing. If you're free to play this game, you probably shouldn't get an STB-1 ever in a million years. Also, shout out to Jacob in his Eastern 5. Well played. He was really the enabler for me to have a decent game. He was the one that set us free on the north flank. He was the one that tanked the E100s, and the funny part is he had 300 health, and if it wasn't for my stupid ass push, maybe he would have actually lived through that game. But then again, if we'd waited a bit more with our push, that the FE4202 would have arrived behind me and probably murdered us both. But well, nevertheless, well played to that Eastern E5, and hope you guys enjoyed this replay, and I will see you on the next one.